All right. So at least our audio is working. That's helpful. Okay. Let's check out the Twitter. About to get into fantasy football. Here's your little cheat sheet. It helps to Here's a couple of cheat sheets from ESPN. Here's the actual draft itself. Okay. And then I use a couple analytics tools to help me in draft. And I also like to show exactly the tools that I'm using. All right. And then video link. And invite my players to watch. What? Okay. I'm not even gonna let that stress me. Hopefully other people. Ah, there you go. Everybody's in here last second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 minute left. I don't know what that noise is. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, I get it now. It's feedback from my phone. Taylor is not on her way home, but the draft should be starting. Okay. All right, I'm on the clock. Okay. First. Oh, I'm on the clock in a minute. So first pick off the board is just Justin Jefferson, which is like across the board. And I'm pick 3. So my Q goes Jamarch, obviously. We get Christian McCaffrey at pick 3. So pretty much a chalk draft. The Bijan Robinson. Okay, so Bijan, I have outside of my first tier, and if you undo that, he was 15th, got picked 4th. Downs with the sickness. That's a funny name. All right. So just showing you here's a chart that shows draft tiers for PPR. This is as of August 30th. And then here's a draft tool that I use called Boris Chen, where it shows you average draft position. Average draft position. And obviously here's the free one. Okay. All right, Austin Eckler, which was at the bottom of tier 1 here. So again, just based on the first 5, 6 picks, I feel confident already because I feel like we got on target. Was that Travis Kelce going like 6th? Okay. Travis Kelce just went 6th. Wow. A top top 10. It's one thing go top 10. My wife is on the clock right now. I'm going to tell her she's on the clock. Cooper Kupp or Tyreek Hill. Everybody drafting. All right, so here, double lot, Taylor Mott, Tyreek Hill. So my wife took Tyreek Hill, which is fine. It's either that or Cooper Kupp. I did tell her it was her turn. So you can see like we have some tools, and you know everybody has access to this stuff too. None of this stuff I pay for. Okay. It's also not very useful. The draft aid and this tier list is a good way to figure out if you're in a good league or not. Because you should be seeing guys use similar tools because we don't know anything, right? So there's Devontae Adams and Saquon Barkley. And we see from our list, Devontae Adams at 13, Barkley at 11. We're drafted 8 and 9. So hey, I still feel good. I still feel good. Because I think that we're going to get good value when it's our turn. So you picked 3rd and 18th. Not bad. Not bad. So I wonder if I unmute there, if it unmutes me on my stream. Let's see. AJ Brown. Or wait. Nick Chubb and Monroe St. Brown. So we go Nick Chubb, Monroe St. Oh, wow. They're all over the place. AJ Brown. Derrick Henry, Stephon Diggs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it. Oh, yeah. I love it. I'd love to see it. Pick history. There you go. Just so you can see. Taylor picks Stephon Diggs. That was my wife's pick. So if we just back up, Stephon Diggs was 8. Okay. Just make sure. Yeah, nobody's picked Cooper Kupp. So I don't know what happened. He's number 4 overall. And these are, I mean, maybe they're a few days old, I guess. Is Cooper Kupp like on the do not draft list? See, here he is. There he goes. All right, so Tony Pollard, Cooper Kupp. Tony Pollard, Cooper Kupp. Garrett Wilson. All right. And I am on the clock. Okay, so here we go to our tool and we see CeeDee Lamb, right? A top 10 pick. So there we are, getting all kinds of value. Okay. CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey. It's not a bad start. Not a bad start. CeeDee Lamb, Josh Jacobs. And somebody picked Anthony Richardson. There's a bunch of Colts fans. What would you expect, right? All right. So let's see. DK Metcalf. Wait, back up. CeeDee Lamb, Josh Jacobs. Wait, it was Josh Jacobs, Anthony Richardson. So back up. Anthony Richardson, DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon. 22. Pick history. Yep, we're on the clock. All right. I was thinking Olave. Yeah. Jalen Waddle. Okay. Unsure of the quarterback. Yeah, so okay, that was correct. Devonta Smith, Josh Allen. So what? 1, 2, 3, fourth tier pick. Okay. I just think it's a little early. It's the only thing you ever hear me say. We're about 28 picks. Oh no, we're missing people. Oh, T. Higgins, Patrick Mahomes. Debo. Who else is missing? Joe Mixon. Jalen Waddle. So he's off the chart too. Oh. Ole Devontae Smith. We're in pick 29. Alright, so we're back caught up. Okay. Just a little out of order. It don't matter that much. Limited practice Tuesday, 3 weeks after an abdominal injury. He'll be fine. Debo Samuel, Calvin Ridley. Look, he's at the bottom, right? So any of these people should be picked before you, right? That's the way I look at it. Let's look at my wife. She has Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Smith. So she's wide receiver heavy. Okay. Calvin Ridley. So keep in mind, I've offered all these tools to my peers. So when you see them in the comments like frustrated, just know. All right, Aaron Jones, Lamar Jackson. So there's a couple players. Aaron Jones, Lamar, Travis Etienne, Jalen Hurts finally, Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, Damian Pierce. Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs. Who's the other one? Oh, Najee. No, he's already got him. Jahmyr Gibbs. Damian Pierce. Okay. 37. 37? All right. So we have basically still 4. We're on the clock, right? So we are on the clock. Our pick is Keenan Allen. Okay. He was ranked 23rd there. We were able to get them at 38. And then Ramondre Stevenson, Mark Andrews. Okay. So here we're looking Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, or Hawkinson, basically. Christian Watson? Okay. Christian Watson, Joe Burrow. And we are back on the clock. Okay. So we need the next. Let's go Hawk. At 43. Let's read this little thing. Hawkinson. I just felt better drafting Hawkinson there. He just signed a big contract. We needed the next. There's just a glut of wide receivers. You know what I mean? I didn't really think that was us. So when we look back at that pick, okay, we look at Hawkinson at 43. We paid a little. He was 51. Okay. So hey, that doesn't bother me at all because we were getting all kinds of love coming back. So here we go. Madison Cooper. DeAndre Hopkins. That's a late hop, huh? Breece Hall, Chris Godwin. Breece Hall, Chris Godwin. Remember, we don't got a pick for a while, so we really not hurting. We're at pick 48. Okay. And then so all you got to really do is look it back and say, all right, when we picked Hawkinson here, did any of these players break out behind him? I just didn't need a wide receiver. And Breece, what's wrong with Breece Hall? Is he injured? Yeah, he has a knee thing. Okay. So I don't feel bad about the pick up to pick 48. So I don't really feel like we didn't really whiff here. I feel like Hawkinson just signed a big contract. James Cook. Oh yeah. And then you look at James Cook, you go, is he off the first page? Yeah. Around 70, 80. Okay. That tells me we're doing great. And we've got a bunch of auto drafters. Kind of disappointed with their participation. These are the colleagues and my wife that decided not to show up, but one day I'll be gone. They'll regret that. Bruce Hall, Chris Godwin, James Cook, Kenneth Walker III, Jonathan Taylor. Okay, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, Rashad White, Alvin Kamara, Justin Herbert. Okay. Downs with the sickness, huh? Has Mahomes. So they're pretty set at running back. We should be selecting a wide receiver here. We should be able to get Miles Sanders. Drake London is the pick right here for if they're looking at anything I'm looking at, right? Probably just take Darren Waller. Okay. Okay, so here, um, hmm. I think I passed on him before because I'm just not a believer. But we do what the math tells us to do, and we live with the result. It looked like everybody else was passing on him too. So I feel okay with that. Dave Montgomery, Miles Sanders, Cam Akers. Now they'll overdraft. Scary Terry. And I think we picked Drake London here, yeah. They're ranked 43 on our board and still available. This draft is flying because we got a bunch of people that are half-assing it. It's alright. This is what happens when you get older, man. People have shit they'd rather do than sit around and draft fantasy football. It's okay. It's okay. Drake London, Tyler Lockett, James Conner. Tyler Lockett, James Conner. These same people will come to you and ask you for a job later on in life. Mike Williams, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts. Mike Williams, George Kittle. It's a Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts. Pratt Freiermuth. 69? Yes, we are. Alright. Pick 69. Quitty Quitty Bang Bang. That's a pretty good fantasy football name. Mine's Najee by nature. I think that's great. '69th overall. See, we got all kinds of value here because we're at pick 69. So all of these are plus value picks. Brandon Ayuk, Jahan Dotson. Javonte Williams, Mike Evans, Jerry Jeudy. See, what I look at is visual data as a means of like patting myself on the back for not like overdrafting someone and having like raised expectations. I think on our board we got value out of almost everybody, but Faraz Rashid took a quarterback. So there's Trevor Lawrence, Dallas Goedert, 76, and one pick before us. And again, let's look at downs with the sickness. Who could just draft whoever? Yeah. They drafted wide receiver, so it's great. Christian Kirk. Now go Dobbins. Somebody else goes Evan Ingram, because it's coming right back to us. Isaac Pacheco. Michael Pittman Jr. All right, George Pickens. Is that? Oh, he's in Arizona now. So, where are we? Pick history. We are on pick 83. Picking Dalvin Cook, though. Draft Dalvin Cook. So this is 88 here. See, we're not a robot. You can't be expected to robot it out. You know, every now and then you got to be like, the Jets put a lot of money in Aaron Rodgers. They also signed Dalvin Cook. You know, I'm not saying he's going to be better than Marquise Brown, but I don't know who the quarterback is going to be in Arizona. And so if I look at my board and I'm like, who is Jordan Addison? Okay, Minnesota. Deshaun Watson. So here we go. Marquise Brown, Khalil Herbert, Marquise Brown, Khalil Herbert, Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks, Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks. Okay, so 87. Sky Moore. Ooh, that was a reach. Okay, so we're going to crush the end of this draft because most people are on auto pick, including my wife. It's it says there's somebody watching. Here's somebody's do not draft list. Make sure you don't have anybody on that list. Good job. Drake London. Okay. So Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks were the last two picks. We went back, picked up Sky Moore. So bitches love Bosa. That's oh, AJ Dillon, David. All right, AJ Dillon, Joku, Daniel Jones. Mm-hmm. 12-man full. What pick? What pick were you in your draft? It's hard to evaluate. Yeah, the sixth pick. How many auto drafters were? That's what I usually think about. Like, were you drafting with a bunch of people you knew who take this shit serious? Or is it just like a goof around? You know what I mean? Is it for money? I'd be wonder what you paid for Prescott. You know what I mean? You got CD Lamb though, and yeah, serious one for money. Okay, so you got Prescott and CD Lamb. I like that little combo. You know, if they go off, that's gonna be a nice payoff. I don't know that that's the play. It's like a salary cap draft. No shit. That's super interesting. Um, like I said, you've got kind of a little draft combo there. Hold on, let me get caught up here. Treylon Burks, Cortland Sutton, Jackson Smith, Jiba, DeAndre Swift, and Brian Robinson. DeAndre Swift and Brian Robinson. 96. Hey, so we kept up. Hey, finally, Jordan Addison got drafted. Well, oh, we're now on the clock. Okay, so that's what they got me drafting is Gibson. I got Gabe Davis. Drafted Gabe Davis. Had him 83rd on my board. We got him 98th. Again, I feel like, you know, I try not to watch all the shows and get a bunch of bad ideas in my head. I'd rather just look at the data. Who's Washington's quarterback? Is a rookie. On what scale? Hard to do up front, for sure. I do like the combo of Prescott and Lamb. I worry about it paying off for you. All right, Gabe Davis, Michael Thomas, Odell Beckham Jr. So we go Gabe Davis, Michael Thomas, OBJ, Antonio Gibson, Justin Tucker, Antonio Gibson, and a kicker. All right, so first kicker. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, that's helpful for me. So now I'm drafting Zay Flowers. Who else would you draft? Smaj Pirine? No. Picked I got Zay Flowers 103. He was 87. So we're getting all kinds of value all over the place just by just being disciplined and having a guide. And that's like, you have to think like we reached to take our tight end because he's like the big money tight end. But we didn't pay our 6th pick for that. We only technically reached a little. Juju Smith-Schuster. All right. And we could just do this, Jared. Been thinking about it the whole draft. Might as well just get it done. All right. So now we've got them split up. See that? Aha. All right. So it's actually terrible. You can't see anything. All right. So we're losing. All right. All right. So after we picked Jay Flowers, then it went Cole Kmet, Jacoby Myers, Juju Smith-Schuster, Jacoby Myers, Juju Smith-Schuster, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Raheem Mostert, Quentin Johnson. Wait, I'm not in the pick board, am I? Yeah, Quentin Johnson, Jamal Williams, Adam Thielen, Tua, Rondell Moore, Samaje Perine, Rashad Penny, 116. Damn, we're on it. All right. Charbonnet. Shit, do we even have that? Hmm. 116. Where are we now? Let's do it. Tyler Higbee. So just keep this in mind as we pick. Like, our step out of sticking to it. Shark. Do. Zach Moss. Do. Zach Moss. MLSS. Not even on it. Okay. Taylor Millot left the draft. Okay. And this is us. So we're on the clock. And our pick is Elijah Moore. Still on the... And then the 49ers defense. Oh, we took Elijah Moore. Dalton Schultz. Darnell Mooney. See, when you see people picking, you're like, aren't you so much? All right, so hold on. A-Rod. So hopefully by the time it gets back to us, we can make our last skill position pick. But I like to kind of every year, man. This year I'm pretty confident about it. Like I said, the only time I really felt like I reached a serious one. I had somebody commenting in my Evan McPherson. And then Nico Collins. Cool, bro. Cool story, bro. Alright, so we are at pick 128, and we're like 2 off. And I think Zach Moss and somebody else. Boyd. I feel like people have been drafting him for 10 years now. Jalen Warren. Oh, that's my Jerick McKinnon. All right, Alec Pierce. It's a Colt. Gerald Everett. Michael Gallup. Carlson. Not even on the draft board I'm using. Geno Smith went. Steelers? Did they go? Not even on the list again. All right. So it's our pick. Oh, no, we're 1 pick away. Okay. So let's look at Downs of the Cygnus again. Having already picked a defense. So remember that. I always remember when people picking my wife and picking kickers and defense before the last 2 picks. You need all the skill players you can get. But that's okay. You reach, I teach. All that stuff. All right, Russell Wilson. So I think we're supposed to take Bateman or Tony. Somebody already take Bateman? Hmm. Atlanta. Drafted KJ Osborne. This is probably a terrible pick, actually. Alright. Now all we can draft a defense. And then hopefully go correct that mistake, because it should have been... It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You gotta draft stability. And a lot of people... So yeah, didn't want to sit on here all day, that's for sure. Have yourself a great Labor Day weekend here. We are on the clock. Picking defense and kickers. Fantasy points. Jake Elliott. Rank. Okay. I'm gonna take Jake Elliott because Philly's got a good offense. Okay. So keep in mind, like, we're not tracking these picks because we're just picking defense. Anybody else can pick whatever they want. Make it people do all the hard work for you. You're most likely, when it comes to defense and kickers, gonna replace your kicker. They're gonna get fired. A defense is gonna suffer attrition. So I try to put out content that shows you exactly how I do it, exactly the tools I use at BorisChen.co. They take all of Fantasy Pros draft data for PPR drafts and then give you a true draft order. Here, you can always use ESPN's stuff, but I like the draft aid, the tool, right? So I figured I'd do a draft, show that to you. This is mostly for my young football players I coach that may not actually know how to draft fantasy football. Maybe they'll watch this and say, watch my coach do it. Here's the tools he used to make it easy. Visual data, baby. I think that's what makes fantasy football fun, is managing the week to week. It might be the pick we have to go back and fix. Try to pick up one of these people. Bateman or Tony. I think I'll go fix that as fast as I can. It just make us better on paper. Like, I took Hawk. Taking Osborne too is like you're taking food away from Hawkinson. If that guy has a good season, so you don't want to. Yeah. Got like 2 minutes left. 12-man full PPR, but it was a salary cap draft. It's crazy. It's too much stress for me. Got 3 more picks till our last pick, and then we'll get out of here. So I'm still fine. If I can get the Cowboys defense, I'll be happy with this. You look at downs with the sickness. They already have. They have a D. They don't need to do that. So we could just take the Cowboys and we're good. Okay. Alright. So hey. Roster's full, completed your draft. Alright, so now let's go to ESPN.com. And hey, we talked about it. Let's go to players, add players, wide receiver. I'm going to claim them. Drop Osborne. Okay. So we've already got a pending move. We're human. We make mistakes. We're done with the draft. All right. Sweet. I think I got a pretty good draft. Let's look at our matchup. Hey, I'm a less than 1 point favorite against one of my colleagues. So, okay. All right. Well, hey, I just wanted to show you how I get down. Have a good rest of your weekend.